Okay, so we have a quorum, so we start with today's course relating to funds management. So just before starting this thing, as this course is quite lengthy, so we go for a lunch break from 1 p.m. to 1:30. So this 30 minutes you can have it for your lunch. And if the course is completed before that time, then it's you are free, but looks like it will take time. Okay, so before starting, like a couple of things, like as always, discuss this thing before starting the meeting that please complete the following ILAN web-based training course prior to this course. Okay. Second thing is please complete this survey after your training session. Link is provided. You can go and provide your feedback. Having said this, okay. Now I will tell you where you can find the resource if somewhat you did not attend anything previous any meeting or today's meeting in the middle of you. If you leave that meeting, you can always come here and watch the video. So it's in the OneDrive, share drive, then go to corporate accounting, then process document. It's something here. Then there is a SAP recording folder, S/4HANA recording training folder. And here you will find all the trainings, previous trainings. You will find the folder wise, and in that you will find the related resource. And last thing before starting our today's course, it's the ID, user ID. If someone wants to do training or practice in the test server, you can always go there, get your user ID, password, and start your work. So this Excel file looks like this. So server name is 31 and your user ID is copy, passwords are there, names are mentioned there, but these are not fixed. So even if someone doesn't have his name or her name in that column, he can use anyone's, but mostly it covers most of them. So again, this is the username, password, just copy paste and use this server 31. And if you have any question during presentation, please feel free to interrupt and ask the question because I may not see your hand raised. So you can always ask the question during the presentation. Okay, so we start now. So it's funds management, and today we are going to do. So what funds management module do? It is used to track your budgets and expenditures and allow you to control budget spending based on the availability control, AVC. So you will hear this word AVC or availability control a lot of time during this course. It's kind of, maybe you're familiar about as well in ECC also. It just gives you the warning at hard stop when you're going or near to your budget limits. Like if your budget, you have a budget of 100,000 and you reach to 85,000, so it will give you a warning. And after 100,000 it will hard stop you. It will not allow you to enter. So MGH policy for 4300 IO is 85% warning and hard stop on 100%. So just to give you some brief idea about AVC, it allows you to compare your budget's commitment and actual in real time and stops you posting anything which is over or beyond your budget as per your specific rule. So specific rules are the same that what I mentioned that we'll discuss things in detail during the our today's meeting. Okay, so going forward. Funds management overview. This I already mentioned to you with the implementation of FM revenue expense are recording against this such as fund center customer. This ensure that they're relevant. Okay, this I will show you. Then you will get a better idea what does it mean. So again, as I mentioned before, go to the server 31, then put your username and password. So we have password. Okay, so for the simplicity, we go with FB50. So this thing, we repeat this thing again and again, so you will have the idea because FM module and Triary module, these two modules are new in S/4HANA. So you can say that these are the most important and major difference as compared to your ECC. So just try. So just try to understand this thing. Please be focused on this thing, and because
Doesn't
you will
matter. I can do it here. So if you want.
you have a noise, background noise. So just a moment.
That's good.
Okay, sorry. So just to enter, and I we can put anything. So previously we are doing like this thing, and the new thing relating to FM, that these are the cost objects which automatically come in all the transaction, whether you are entering in AP, Ariba, GL. So these things will be automatically created, and it will come based on our derivative rules. So these are by default values. You can say that. Say these fund grant, although grant was there, but they integrated grant with the FM module. So by default entries will come automatically. So grant, fund center, commitment item, and lastly, I think, yes, functional area and funded program. So these are the cost objects, or you can say that mastered data of fund modules. It will come automatically by default. So you don't need to create it. You don't need to fill it unless you want to change something in there. So like I just put the normal entry as we are doing in ECC. I simply put this and press enter. So these are the by default entries. This GM grant none, funds not relevant, fund center FC default, commitment items are should be same with the GL account. But when we are using some budget or something like this, we use 2999 for the default value. This I will let you know how it will work. So you can see that for the balance sheet item, it is coming CI default, and functional area is coming through IO, but this funded program. So funded program is nothing but same IO number. So these are the some of the cost objects which will come automatically, or you can say they're automatically popular in your in all of the transactions. Okay, so this is what it was discussed in that template. Again, same thing, but more with some more details and with different angle. They were saying FM area, these are the master object, which I show you. FM area is the highest level in the FM module. So this level means like, if I show you the next one, you can have, so in FIGL, the highest level is company. In controlling, the highest level is controlling area. Okay. For PS project system, the highest level is company code. For FM, it is FM area. So this is what does it mean that the FM area is the highest level in FM modules. Fund, although we are using in ECC, it is active, you can say that, but we are not using at that time. Even now, it is optional for you if you want to track your funding reports or that where the fund is used. You can always have this thing like funds were two type. for funds, internal fund and external funds. Internal funds mean that if you receive funds within the organization, and external funds means like outside of the organization, like if you receive some grant or funds from Ministry of Health, so it comes under external fund. And again, a bit of more detail that whenever you create internal fund, automatically the internal fund numbers, it start with 4 series, like 40001. And you might have seen in some of the transaction in ECC, because I saw some of the transaction which has this internal fund, but there's only one fund for many times 01. But you can use it always. You can use it if you want to track your funding. External funds start with 6 series, like 6001, 6002. So Amy is aware of this thing and she is using for the grants. Okay, so fund center. So again, now these things, although names are different, but the function is same as ECC, like fund center. So when you remember, the easy way to remember is the last word, center. So we have in ECC cost center. So in S/4HANA, we still have cost center, but in FM module, its name is cost fund center. So in controlling, we say it cost center, but in funds module, the word change into to fund center. And if you go to the next slide, you will see also the comparison. So easy to remember, you can copy paste this table somewhere for your cheat sheet. Easy to remember, like in cost, CO means controller. In controlling, we have cost center, but in FM modules, we have fund center. So these are equivalent. That's this chart says about. Next one is commitment item aligned to the GL account. Again, like in FI, we have GL account. In CO, we call it cost elements, but in FM, we call it commitment items. So you will, in all of the templates, if you find something saying that provide commitment item, it is GL account actually. The system is looking for. So commitment items equal to GL accounts. Then comes to funded program. So funded program includes two things, IO as well as WBS. So this thing you have to remember, because when you are running any report relating to FM, so you will not find anything separate for internal or WBS. Always there's a field of funded program. And we can see also here, where is IO? Yeah, so in controlling, IO is there. In PS, we call it WBS, but in FM, it is clubbed into funded program. So this thing you have to remember. Lastly, functional area remains same as in ECC, so nothing has changed, because these two things are already in ECC, funds and functional area. So nothing has changed. The same list of value will be coming administration, patient care, or research when you open it. Whatever you are following, just follow this thing. Nothing is there. Okay, in the note, we'll see that. So what is mentioning here, that whenever we create these objects in controlling, like if we create IO in controlling using KO01, so what happened that there's a program which runs at the background, but after the working hours. So this will take that IO or WBS or GL account to the fund center. Means that you will find your IO or cost center or GL account in FM the next day. But there is a solution that if you want to use it same day on the spot, there's a T code. We'll learn this thing later on. This one is same. FM drive is from the, okay. Okay. So here it is mentioned. Okay. Again, the process, the life cycle, you can say that first you have to create a a master object or cost objects. When we say cost objects means fund center, commitment items, funded program. Okay, so I think on slide number 24 it is mentioned. Yeah, so these are the cost objects. Funded center, fund, grant. So these you have to create in the for the transaction purpose, this should be there in the FM module. So you can continue uh, posting the values. So first step is master data should be there. Fund center, commitment, funded program are automatically creating in FN module through a scheduled background job. So this is what I said previously that this thing will automatically be created through a background job means that fund center or cost center you don't have to create in FM module. When you create any cost center in controlling, it will automatically be created through a scheduled background job. But as I mentioned that it will be done after working hours on in the same day. So you will find it next day. But for the urgent immediate posting, these objects may need to be created manually using T code FMD auto. So this will we will see that if something urgent, then you have to manually transfer the cost center to FM module. Second step in the life cycle of funds management is you have to enter a budget. Again, there is a two option for budget. You can post budget in a mass upload form or a single form, and on top of this, you have different versions, version 0 to version 12. So version 0 is the consumer budget that we always use, and version 1, 2, 3 until 12 is the planned budget. So just for the planning, like if initially if you want to make a plan, you can use version 1. So, but for the actual posting, you have to upload the budget in version 0. Third thing, now budget is uploaded. Third step is that now postings are done through PR, PO, or through GL. So posting will be done. Then this AVC control will come into the picture. As I said, AVC control means uh, availability control, and what it does that at it gives warning. I can address it for our hospital. It gives warning at 85%. For above and hard stop on 100%. Means that if you have budget of $1,000 for any IO or GL, then when it reaches to 860, it will give you a warning that you are near to the budget 85%. Because beyond 85%, it will give always warning. And when you reach to 100% means that you reach to $1,000 to that budget, it will stop you. Hard stop means that you cannot make any entry on that IO or GL more than this. And there's one point relating to procurement. In Ariba, you will only find hard stop, not the warning. And the last step in the project cycle is monitoring year-end activities like you are doing probably in ECC as well. Same process in funds management, review budget versus actual, monitor commitment, actual perform budget adjustment, and this is I believe you did recently execute commitment budget carry forward. So you have all the open items, commitments like PO, PR, you have to carry forward to the next year. And same with the residual budget, you have to carry forward to the next year. So it's a year-end activity. Uh, Key changes. Grants will be integrated, as I mentioned that it is related to grant, like now FM, all the grant is available before as well, but now it is integrated with FM. So whenever you enter something, some entry, so grant will be activated. So you will find this by default value, GM grant none, but you can always change it. If you have some grant, you can always change it. A new budget upload template. Now you can upload the budget manually as well as with the template. And this will do later on. Capex will be uploaded using the same thing which I mentioned, that there are two different T code. This is for the mass upload and this is manual one. Automated portfolio available for the hospital will have the ability to manage multiple version. As I mentioned that you have now different version from 0 to 12. 0 is consumer budget uh, version and the remaining one are for the planning purpose. Fund management or carry forward open equipment. Yeah, same thing like this modules allow to carry forward open commitments and residual budget from one year to next. Derivation rules will be configured, will be drive FM objects. FM objects again, this cost center, which I showed you. So because of derivation rules, these values are coming GM grant none, fund NR, fund center, FC default, commitment. So because of these derivation rules, these are coming. And again, just mentioning that these are the objects which FM needs to transfer, or you can say that pass the entries which you are doing currently, like going back to the, so we are on 12. So this thing. So for FM to operate this column, FN needs these things like fund, commitment item, functional area, fund center, funded program. So FM needs value, either actual. If there is not actual, then by default value should be there. So for by default value in the derivation rule, MMC is operating derivation rule, so we don't have to operate it. Like whenever there is a cost center created, automatically fund center will be created. So these are the objects, FM objects. And for the easiness, this Excel file in the folder you will also find. So some of the T codes, report name, Fiori apps will be there. And this is the default values which I'm talking about. So FM needs these value of these cost objects. So this is the requirement of FM modules. So this is what is mentioned in the slide number 11, capex. Okay. So derivation rules. So derivation rules. So using these derivation rules, the system will automatically populate these entries. The new entries you will see in now everywhere in S/4HANA. So these are coming because of derivation rules. And again, derivation rules are maintained by MMC. So don't worry about this thing. And you can always change that derivation rules according to your requirement. Like if you want to change something fund center, you can just delete this thing and mention your fund center. But these are the by default values. Like you can see that system automatically pick a commitment item from this GL account, but here it is coming default value. So if you want to change it, you can change it. MMC will arrange, yeah, it is mentioned also. MMC will manage derivation rules, so nothing to worry about this thing. FM budget. So again, this module is all about budget and nothing else. So you should have a very good grip on this thing, very clear about it, that how to enter budget, how to change the budget. And there's nothing much in that modules other than this uploading the budget, changing the budget. So FM budget, operate, create, review budget, execute, and adjust budget. So for creating the budget, you have to, if you are creating manually, you will use this T code. For upload, there's a different T code. Second step is to execute it. In that you can, there's an option, earmark funding. It's a good thing that you can reserve. Within that budget, you can reserve some of the amount for some specific GL account. So it's good. We call it earmark funds. So it's a good option here. Then again, AVC check, that is, I mean, you can say that for IOTA 4300, we activated AVC like for 85%. If it reaches to 85% more than this, you will get warning. And if you reach 100%, then it will hard stop you. Adjacent clause, as we discussed, like commitments and residual budget, it can be carried forward to next year. Again, it is in a flow chart, like budget is created, then PR requisition, PR first step, then PO is created, invoices posted. So these are the actual, unless before this all are open items or commitments. Then when you run reports on this stage, you will see this, I think, in the commitments, these values. But when it is transferred to the invoice, then it becomes actual. So this is again the same process in ECC or for any other budget. Okay, so as you know that there are two types of budget, OPEX and CAPEX. So before going to this is the note you must, for your information, this training focus only on the manual CAPEX budget upload process. OPEX follows the existing ECC process and is included here for the awareness. Means for the OPEX or cost center budget, you will follow the same process, same steps, same reports what you are currently doing ECC. So nothing has changed for the OPEX budget. You have to follow the same process. Only for the CAPEX project, budget, like in our case, it's only IO type 4300. So only this needs to be uploaded in the system. So for the CAPEX budget loaded to the manual FMGA project. These are the T codes again. For the mass upload, you will use this. So I believe only for the first time, like when we are transferring our budget on 14th of May, we'll use this template, but later on you will use this T code to adjust or add any budget to any of the specific or new IO. So you can say that this is one time you will do, and later on you just using this thing. Error handling is, if there's some error, you will find the note on that thing and you can accordingly uh, do the things. Create FM budget. Okay. So it's a Fiori app. They are showing that budget. Okay. So yes. Uh, and now we are going for to manually upload. So first we'll learn how to upload budget for the IO manually, and in the later on we'll learn how to upload through a mass upload through Excel file. So this T code is very important. You will use it today, this FMBB. So now just go to the system and start doing the work. So before uploading the budget, we should have some IO. So we create some IO. I'm using in the same Excel file you will find in the folder. So I'm using this just to write down the like what is the IO number, commitment item, something for the example, so that we can remember while doing the example. So first of all, we create IO. So to create IO, we go to KO01. If you want to create from scratch, you can create it, or otherwise just copy from the existing one. Like in this case, I will make one with the 34. Okay. So functional area you will find when we are entering, system will pick the functional area from here. Okay. So save it. So this is the first one. I will copy this thing. 905. The last one is 905. Okay. Then we create one more or three. I think we can make 34. Now it is 35. Okay, so one more we can make it 35. Now it is 36. Okay, so we have three. So the target is to upload the budget. So to upload the budget, we must have IO. Okay. So as I mentioned that this IO is created in controlling. So what will happen, again, it's very important and especially Andrew for you and the team, that if you are creating IO, like in ECC, it is available right on spot. But now what happened that as we created three IOs, so it is not available. We can check this thing just for to give you some seriousness of this thing. Although it's very simple, but like if you go to FB50 and try to enter any anything for this IO, let's see what error will come. So the first IO we made ending with 905. Let's see what will happen. So I put this. Normally when I enter it, it will allow us in ECC. Funded program does not exist in FM. So if you remember, going back, what does funded program mean? So this is a funded program. So funded program is equal to two things, internal order and WBS. So whenever you are creating IO, WBS as in normal in ECC, and if you are not transferring it to FM modules, you will find the error with the funded program. So funded program means both internal order or WBS. So in our case, it's IO. Means that there is no funded program, no IO in FM module. So there are two waves. First one, as I mentioned, that you have to wait for the day, and next day it will be appear because the background report will run at the end of a day. So you will find next day. So first thing is this. Second method, that if you want immediate need or use of this IO, then you have to do it some manual steps, and it's very important. You just have to copy this thing, go to the T code FMBB. So this is the most commonly used T code. You will use it, I mean, for entering budget. Not sorry, this is for the entering budget. It is FMD auto, most probably. Yes, FMD auto. So FMD auto means that you are doing this. So you can see that if you create any GL account, this is for the commitment item. If you create any cost center, this tab is this for funded program. Again, funded program covers internal order and WBS. So in this specific case, we created a IO. So we just put this thing, check mark this thing. So it's important. Sometimes we miss. And if you go down, you will find tests run. So just run this thing. So means green means that yes, it is available and you can transfer it to fund modules. So simply go here and take this thing. So this happened means now it is available for the posting. Again, just for the information, like if already done, you are not sure whether it is transferred to the FM module or not, you can still come here. If you run this thing, it will show red. So, and you have doubt that what happened, is there some error is written, what is behind this error. So just for your understanding, always select this thing, allow override. So it will tell you the status that, okay, let's see what will happen. So override means that again the system attempted to transfer from controlling to FM modules, and it's just gives you surety that the object modifies successfully. So it is in case you will select if it is already transferred, or maybe next day when you come it is not still showing, you can select this and use it. And if you have WB, the same thing you will do. You put here something and just run this thing. Okay, so this is about FMD auto. Now going back to, so what happened now? So now this cost object internal order is available in FM module. So does it allow us to enter entry? The answer is no. Why? Because there's no budget in that, I think. Yes, it is no, there is no budget in that. So P50 will go back and try it. And we posted, then let's see what will happen. Overall budget exceeded by 1,000 we have entered, and they said that overall budget exceeded. Why? This is a hard stop. As we mentioned, there is in the slide as well, and also I put in this Excel file. You will find it in the same folder that for 4300 AVC is on, like availability control is on. For 85%, you for beyond 85% you will find warning, and 100% there will be a hard stop. So this is a hard stop because there's no budget. We just make the IO and transfer it to FM module. So we need to put some budget so that it can work. And again, this hard stop and AVC control is only for the IO type 4300. For 4200, there's no AVC control, so you can enter it without any budget. For 4100, it's related to research. Research has its own AVC. So, but for FM modules, there's no AVC control even on research. 4100 IO, 4200. And even for the cost center, OPEX project system, there's no AVC. So AVC is on only for the IOTA 4300, means that you need to enter budget before entering something for the IOTA 4300 in simple words. Okay, so going back, so we created 3 IOs. So I have to make them available in FM as well. So I'm just going again, and for your learning purpose, we go to T code FMMD auto, I believe. Okay, select here. Not this time. Okay, just follow the procedure. So the second one is this. So we created 3 IOs, one already done. We just execute it. Green means yes, it is available without any error. Unmark, uncheck this thing. So done. So this is done. Going back. Now it's mean that these are available for the posting. Now our main objective is to enter the budget. So for budget, the T code is FMBB, I think FMBB. Let's see. Yes, FMB. So this is the main template, and you can in this slides also there's a different things you can do with this thing, like to add to return, to transfer, to supplement. So what we do normally, we enter it always. Okay. First time you enter the budget. Next time, if you want to add it again, you can use enter, or with supplement you can. So it will do the same thing, but only for the reporting purpose. This thing will help that in some of the report, if you select or filter supplement, so additional budget what you ended during the year, it will come. But even if you are entering any additional budget with the enter, it will allow you and it will add. And same thing, you can with the name, you can returns me that if you want to reduce the budget. Transfer means that if you want to transfer from one IO or one cost center to another, we'll do this thing later on. So enter, it is budget entry, always like this FMBE. And this thing, if when we are uploading the budget through Excel, you will see this word FMBE. Version, as I mentioned, they are from 0 to 12. But the consumer budget is only 0. So 1 mean that, or 1 to 12 means these are the planning, that if you want to make a plan in January, you make a plan of some budgets, then you revise it in February. So first time when you made it, you made it like a version 2 in January, then in February you revise it, you whatever the changes you made, you upload in version 1, and later in April, final budget you will upload in 0. So only entries when you are posting, this version will be considered in S/4HANA. So these are only for the uh, reporting purpose, for the planning purpose, and in the planning you will find in some of the reports when you select this one, so plan will also come. So you can say that is historical data, like how the budget is made through the different plans. So, but in our case, we always use 0. Document date is that when you want to post it, but it has nothing to do with the posting year. This is the year, like you can post even for 2028 now, and date will be 2026. So this is the posting date, but this thing will define in which year you want to post. Budget type. So as we are doing for CapEx, as I mentioned, that OpEx is currently what we are doing in ECC. We'll follow this thing. So we're not using this thing for CapEx. We use this thing for grants. This is for grant, there's a separate template and it is covered in grant module. So we don't need to cover this thing, but this, whenever we upload the grant in grant module, so this the type it will take from here. And non-consumer budget is for if you want to make a planning, you can use non here, but then the version should be anything from 1 to 12. So that is non-consumer. But for us, it's CapEx, IoT 4300. Period wise, if you want to enter budget in specific period, like for period 1 only to period 12, but in our case it's always annual, so will not select anything, it's all. So what it will do, I mean, just for internally, it will just divide into different period, but it will not restrict you for using it in different period. So these are the basic thing, and you find these things in Excel form as well. And this Excel, if you go to the main folder, this is funds related, this one. So when we are uploading through Excel, these things. So these things, CapEx, FMB, enter. So these are coming from there. So when we are uploading, we'll see this in detail. So just for your information. So basic thing is done. Here you will
Quick
find the
question.
document. Yes, Andrea, please.
When I update my budget, let's say it was 2000 and I need 2100. Do I
Mhm.
enter 2100 or I just enter the difference, that 100?
So, uh, I mean, two way that if you want to, you know that in the report you can see that 2000 is already there, so you can
Yeah.
enter 100. So either you can use enter button or supplement button,
Uh-huh.
okay? And like 2000 is already recorded previous year, so in this year you want to increase it. So simply either use enter, it will do the same function, or supplement and enter $100 in the amount.
Okay, thank you.
So these are all the previous budget which we added or uploaded, added, not uploaded, one will come here. So you can just select this thing and see. So when we enter this thing, you will see the next will be 66 most probably, should we? Let's see. Okay. So these are the main things that FMB should be there, zero, capex, and this is by default off. So let's enter, we have three IOs. And we see that we cannot enter any entry unless there is a budget inside. Again, this is I repeated. I am repeating again, just for you. In the slides, you will find this thing. In the Excel find, you will find. So these are the by default values. For the fund center, what I mean, I will try to show if it is possible. So because our main objective is to enter budget for the IO type 90567. So other than this, if we don't want to add something, we can go for the default values. Like for the fund center, default value should be FC default. You can copy from here in the Excel file, or you can just search it here as well. Just go there, write FC star and hit or enter. Okay. So all the combination relating to FC will come. So this is our, so this is the same thing. FC star. And due to some reason it does not come back. So I'm just making to maximizing this report. So these are there in the Excel file as well, and you can also search it from here as well. So just taking it there, maximizing it. Same thing, fund, the value is NR not relevant, but you can still find here. There's something going wrong. I will go back and then open it. Do you want to leave a yes? Okay, version 0, 2026, all everything is there. Okay. So because there are three, no, so other two I will use in the Excel format. I'm just adding this one. So non-relevant, again, you can find this thing going here. And it will, uh, where is the delete button? Okay, so default value is NR. Either you can type it or search with the name like NR slash, you'll find the value. Grant, GM grant done. So either you find a copy from there or you simply find it like I did. So just to save your time. Functional area is NR. You can type it with your hand or search it or copy. Funded program. So this is the main thing that for any I or WBS, we have to mention the name. So we are just mentioning it. Commitment item. So for the commitment items, use always this. The rationale or the detail behind this 299 is that for any GL account, system will allow you to make any entry in any GL account if it is combined with funds program. So it will not restrict like funded IO type is this. And if you want to use any GL account, so you have to select this. Otherwise, if you put any GL account, it will restrict to that thing. So always use 2999 whenever you are. So then you have a wide range to use any. And for the purpose of example, we go 1200. So what will happen that it will distribute equally and with all the periods and but it will not restrict you for any particular period like let's see if we go with because we are in April, so 2 months already we are in April. Hmm. So we enter it. I think 1100 is a good example. Let's see. Okay, text. You can enter anything like in IoT when we are creating, we use this one as a description. So just want the information that it is for this. Okay, so now it is ready for the posting. Suppose it is posted and this is the GL number. Just copy this number because it will help you in some of the reports. So always copy this thing, otherwise you will come here and copy it. So I will just try to copy this number if it allows me. Yeah, it is not there. So if you go up, there should be a document number. Yes. So this is the document number we have. Okay, so this is manual. And I will show you the report. The report name, you will find all the details in the deck as well. But the report name is FMEDDW. It's a standard reports and it has so many fields that help you to find your related search. So enter it. So there are different ways. If you have the document number, we copy it, we can put it here. Simply like from here, you can copy it, okay? Or created by, you can put your name, created on, which date, document date. With this, you will find fiscal year like 2027. So it's a different filter from which you can like with this document, you can find the document. So these are there. You can see that this document is used in 2026 and in 2027. So that's why there are two entries coming. Or if you want to use with the version 0 or with the budget types, budget type is CapEx in our case. So anything relating to CapEx will come. Let's see, it's a big list of. You can restrict with the date as well when you're using CapEx. So all the data relating to, I think it is stop transaction. Oh, it comes. So CapEx related all the transaction, enter, return, supplement will come and you will see here. Okay, it covers year, all the years. So you have to restrict it with the year's date. That when you are using CapEx, use the fiscal year like 2027. So I'm going through very slow pace, so easy for you to digest. And it's again, it's very important. So you cannot live without this thing, FM module. So again, I'm going very slow, repeating everything 10 times, more than 10 times, so you can understand this thing. Because when after go live, you have to deal this thing. And so this is the time you should know that how to work this thing. So I'm repeating again. If you miss something, I will do it again. So every time when I'm giving some example, I will start with the first step only for you people so you can have a better understanding, because without this you cannot do anything after go live. So please be focused. uh, if you have any question, you can watch the videos and you can always contact me through email, online, whatever. But it's important. The main point is it's important. So entry line funds. So as I mentioned, that funded program is equivalent to the internal order or WBS. Going back to the slides. So this is a key thing. You can copy or save this only this slide. It's very important. So when we say it funded program, it covers both IO and WBS. So because when you are searching where is IO field, maybe you will not find. So it's a funded program. So we have to. So you can see that it's 1100. We enter 1100. If you double click on this thing, you will find the detail and just for the information, as it will not restrict, but because when we are uploading, we select it is by default the distribution key is 1. Distribution key 1 means that it will divide into 12 period, but it will not restrict. So when we click on this period, so it is divided into oh, so 1100 is divided into 12 periods. So this is per month division, but again the AVC is on the total amount. Like when it is beyond 1100, it will stop. It's not on the period wise. Just for the information. So we have entered budget through manual, through FBB. And now what we'll do, as Andrea asked, that if next year or during the period, if you want to increase it. So we are going with the example. We added 1100, now we added 100 more. So to go again, FMBB, same thing, either you use enter or supplement, up to you. We go with the supplement. Let's see. Again, if you want to enter it in specific, you can use this one. And I will show where is the distribution key. Okay, so everything is entered. Version is 0, means consumable. So again, we go with the default values. And this default value, as I mentioned, the list of value you can search in the Excel file, which I will provide you, and in the deck, you will find this thing. Okay. So it's NR for the fund, and the functional area, it's NR. For grant, it's always, if you click and press space button, sometimes, or G, yes. So sometimes it bring the last entry, so it will help you. So funded program is the same. As per Andrea, we want to add something during the year or something. So that's what we are doing. Commitment items is this, and the theory behind this thing is that you can use any GL account when you mention 299. And now we are just entering $100, so 1100 we already entered. Text, you can add anything, like this is for T34 IO type, and it is additional budget, something for your reference. So now all this option is same in all most of the SAP. This button, that check document, if there is some error, it will show as an error. So it's kind of a simulation when you are doing in FB50. So it will show that, oh, this is how it looks like. If there is some error, it will show at the spot. Before posting, it's good idea, press this button. So Right now we have 66. Let's see what happened. We posted and the new number is generated 67. So now going back to our main standard report, which you always use it and you frequently use it, it's F, what is it? It was FMEDDW, yes. FMEDDW. So we just now make it narrow search and just put the IO number. And IO number is always in funded program. So this is how entered shows. 1100 is the previous one. 100 we added, total is 1200. So with the process type is enter and supplement. And as I mentioned, you can use enter as well for the supplement. Okay, so this is for the manual upload of the budget. Now we are going for the, I think the next one is for the Excel format. Create budget FMBB. You will find all details here as well in the deck. Okay. And these are the default values which you can use during uploading FC default. And for the funded program, I mentioned that actual IO number. So it will be the actual IO number. For others, you can. Okay. Now mass upload is coming. So for mass upload, like we are going to do this thing in on May 14th. What we'll do, we'll take the unconsumed budget on at the end of a day of 14th May. We will upload this thing. We put this data in this Excel, all and provide to MMC and they will upload it. But this option is always available during the month, during all the years, month, whenever we want to upload in a mass, we can use this Excel. So just going to this T code. /n means that you are going to the main page and use this thing. So first of all, you have to download this file. As I showed you, this one is already done, so I will change it but want to show you how to. So you have to mention the path where it is, like this one. If I use this path, okay, put it here. Show the template. This will come, okay. And we have to download this in list, export, and so always use CSV because in this way data will be in a more proper format. It will not change it. So always download this thing, and you can see the download file name. At start it is kind of a date. You can easily see that it's 2026-04/30. So this is how the convention going on. So press export button. So we change it to this folder. CVC, just make sure it's CSV. So it is downloaded. That's the file. Or what we can do, we can copy paste to save time. This is the previous example I use. And this I will close it. So ending with 30 minutes, it is today's date. Everything remains same. Document date, you can change it. It will not make effect any, but okay. Capex, this thing, these are all by default values. As I mentioned, these are the by default values, which you can either take from the slide or from FMBB or from my Excel file, you can take it. So only thing, this is the main thing that you need to change it, IO type. So we are now entering one IO. This is also the default value, and these are the months. So it's up to you. It's like in our it's annual budget, we can enter it anywhere. But if you want to spread it, you can spread it. Like if we go with the example of $100. So we need it for the year mark. It's good example. We just enter $1,000. So it's April budget one. We just enter 1,000. Just for 335. So it's anything you can enter it. I don't know the length of this thing, but let's see. So we are entering 1,000 in period one. This is the main thing we have to remember, and everything remains the same. Yeah, capex and so save it and close this file. Go back again, select that file 30th. With this, you can identify this is the latest file with the date 30th. And let's see. Okay, sorry, I have to press this here. And again, it's in text mode, test mode, so we just execute this there. So it's green. Green means that everything is working properly. So remove this thing. And there are the two options without or with the AVC. So for us is update product run. And result no update. Something went wrong. Oh, so it should be 1. Delta is when there's a difference we want to edit. So it should be 1. And this file is 30th. Yeah. So I think when we are saving, it is saved in Excel format most probably. Okay. So Microsoft looks like it is correct. I use 906. Okay. I don't know the length of this thing. Just checking the type of the file again, make sure it's save as. So it is CSV, so this one is fine. Let's see. So first we run in text mode, test mode. And data processing data is somehow it is not picking the test run node DB. but it is saved. It is showing that there's no data. So file is not picking. Interesting. Yeah, okay. This window is not coming in the front. So this will, first we have to allow this thing, then I think it will go. So that would download this thing. So it is open in separate screen. So that's why I think it is. So I think it's, I allowed it, download 0 down. Go back and run it again. There's something going wrong. D code is this. We go here. So it's 30, okay, 30 error. When you select the error, it will also show you the error details as well. What is the error coming? Let's see what is in there. Nothing coming in there as well. Okay, going back. This is file, make sure that it is closed. Yes, closed. 30th is there. We select one, add data in that. Text run, download this. No, it is clicking somehow. No database update, add data. Why it is not working? Okay, last time, let's see. Let's see something I'm missing. Just going there, detail, post, delta. So it is post. It is 0, delta, update mode, and the entire amount was series file, yes. Text mode. This window is not coming. I don't know why it is not coming. When we do this thing, so it always asks for the something going on. It is not allowing us to upload. Otherwise, it always asks, this message always come. It is not, so otherwise it will similar, it will be like this. This window always come, so you have to allow it and simply it is uploaded. We'll try it later on. Maybe it will work later on. Okay, mass upload, test run. So this is done. I mean, it will be same like this. I will, after the lunch break, I will try it again. So it is something with the security, something blocking it. Because I checked yesterday, it was uploading, but somehow it is stopping to upload this thing. Okay, so reverse budget entry. So budget reversal are typically performed when a budget consumes. So reversal, like supplement, the opposite of supplement is budget reverse. Like there are two ways to reverse it. First one is to just simply go to the return and minus it. Like if we go to /NFMBB and we select return, like for we have $1,000 budget, and if we want to just return 50, we can just put 50 and post it. It will automatically minus the 50. But this is the case when we all together we want to reverse the whole budget. Like we posted this thing $100 additional supplement. So either this one or the whole budget you want to means that if there is more than one line, so for you to coming and change with the return option and put the delta amount and reverse line by line, you can simply put the line number and reverse altogether. So in this document, whatever the lines are mentioned, how many lines are there, it will be reverse automatic. So for this instance, it's 67. So we just copy. First of all, we have to go to the T code FM reverse /o, and we copy the this document. We want to reverse it all together. So this is the document number. We have to family number when there are more than one values. There's also a family number comes. So you can mention the family number as well and the document number as so any way. So family number always start with 2. So we just want to reverse this thing. Document day, when we want to reverse today. Anything reversal due to any reason. Incorrect entry, we can write it. Text mode, always start with the text mode. So $100 we are going to reverse it. This is $100. We want to reverse this thing. Going back and remove this text one. Oh, because I opened in some other window, that's why it is. So reverse going here. The make an intermediate document date. Document date, okay. So it is reversed. To check this thing, we have to go to the main, our main standard report, and this is FMEDDW. And the document number, any document number dimensions, nothing, okay. FMEDDW, we go here, we put the IO number, it's ending with 906. So now just run it. Sorry, it's 905. It is not coming. May 2027, the date. Probably I did not uncheck this test data, that's why it is not reversed. So we'll do it again. This thing. Okay, first of all, let's see that thing. So 100 should be reverse. So budget this. Yeah, before it was not, I did not unselect this thing. So 100 we added in supplement, now we reverse this all together. And this thing we can do also with the return as well. So this is for the reversal. If you want to reverse whole document and it has more than one line, so it's good option to reverse all together. So it will reverse total amount. Okay. Review and add budget topics. So it's a Fiori app. You can check it out. It's kind of a review and budget topics related. Already posted budget document using this thing. This app provides consolidated report. Okay. The Fiori app just for the budget overview. So we go to the Fiori app, go to the favorite if you have already added, otherwise through SAP. And if you want to go here through SAP, go here. There's a Fury page launchpad link. You can come here. If it is not there, add it in add other objects. Go there, scroll down. You will find something Fury apps, just like this thing. Go to this thing. So this will, when you click this, it will come at the top. Okay, so through this thing and then save it in a favorite. So next time you don't have to come from it. So the Fury app is budget entry document. It is stuck somehow. Okay, so there's no static sign on the filters, mean there's no mandatory field, so you can simply go. Let's see. So these are all related entries. Is there any fiscal year that we go for today's date? So easy for to understand. So 67, I think 66 is the 1000 value. Then we add it and then we reverse it. So if we go to this one, yeah, 1100, 100 minus 100. So it will give you the overview, enter, supplement this thing, and also details of, yes. So these are the document number as well. You can download from Excel as well. So this is Fury app. And again, if you want to add some field in that, you can always come to this setting and add any fields like posting dates. If you want to add, you can add this thing and put it at the top posting date. So posting date will also be appearing. See this posting date always will appear. Okay, so and detailed steps are there for this Fury app. If you want to see, you can select this thing. So this is earmarks. It's like if you say earmarks are actually a funds which you wanted to set aside to be used in futures. It is just like open commitments. You budget for certain expense, keeping in mind that the expense will come up and that budget will be consumed for that specific expense. So now you don't want anything else to utilize your budget, and that's why you will be basically booking. Means that like if there's a budget of $1,000 and you want to set aside $100 for some specific GL account. Okay, so in that way, this $100 is specific to that GL and IO type. It is set aside, and 900 is available for the budget. So what happened? Like this 100, maybe this expense is not. I mean, first you are thinking that it will come in April, but maybe it comes in December. So this thing helps that this $100 it is safe for that specific earmark. that GL account and IO type. So this will help you. So no one can consume that budget. So 900 you can consume it anyway, but that specific $100 which is set aside in earmark fund, so this will only be used for that specific GL account with IO type. So this we will learn how to do this thing. So this is the Fiori app will come later on. First we create the earmark, then we'll start this thing. So to create it's FMX1. So same process when you mostly this happen like in SAP if the T code ending with one means always mean create, two means change, three means display, and for delete there's four or five something like this. So FMX1 X1 means that you can create the earmark. If you want to make a change, it's two. So let's start with this. Okay. So document type is always 11. This currency is Canadian. We know that, and that's it. So only thing 11 is the document type you have to select. And earmark. So any text you can write. It's a free text. You can write anything. So what we are doing now, that first of all, we add some budget in IO type. Okay, so let's go back and to add a budget, we go FMBB, enter. I'm just checking which IO types we have enter. So, so we have this IO available. So version 0000, yes. Once, first of all, I will just put this IO type. So these others are the by default values. Fund is NR, you can write with your and NR. Same thing for functional area. Grant is you can write G. It will give you yes option and commitment items 299. So it will give you wide range that you can enter any GL account. So and the amount we can $1,000. Okay. So it is for the earmark. We are doing for the earmark thing. So we are adding $1,000 for this IO type ending with 906. We posted. Now we can double check in the report whether amount is coming. For the report again, it's FMEDDW. Okay, and go to again the IO type and run that whether the budget is there. Yes, 1,000 is there. So what we are doing, we are going to earmark some of the amount. Okay. The total amount is 400, for example. Yeah, earmark for it is for IO type this. We can write that for oh, commitment items. We have to mention some account, GL account, specific GL account because we are making a commitment item. So it's again commitment item is GL account. So we can search. Okay, go there. So commitment item we can search with 2765, anything, any commitment item you want. We select this thing, minor equipment purchase, fund center, default value will put, fund NR, functional area we write NR, and maybe it will pick from the IO type. And grant is this. And you can see that this is gray out funded program. It's actually IO or WBS. So we have to put IO type here. And GL account, I think it will give once it get error, then we copy paste. I think it's the same GL account. We have to mention it here. Let's see. So check again if there is a check button. Also, yeah. So same thing you have to, I think, mention it here. So this is how you can make a earmark, and you can add more lines as well, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will help you when you're posting any entry. I will show you how, but just remember line 1 is there. So 400, we are just making an earmark. We have a total of, again, showing you the budget, 1000. So on that, we are just setting aside 400. So means 600 is available for other transactions. So AVC will be on 600, not on 400. So it's an important thing to remember. And just to save earmark document for the reference, I'm just post 48. I'm copying it. Maybe it will use this one. I'm just doc. So what happened, I will show you in Excel. This should be in theoretical, this should happen like. So what happened as EVC is on 4300 IO type, 85 is warning. So we enter $1,000 budget, and on that 400 is earmarks. So the remaining is 600. So this is 600 is the net balance we have. So AVC 85% will work on this 600, not on the $1,000. So if we write 85%, so this is, so AVC will be on 5. So whenever we enter something more than 510 on that IO, you will get warning signs. Okay. So this is something that you have to remember now. AVC shifted from 1000 to net amount because this is already gone for some other object. Let's go now how to use this earmark. For easiness, we use FP50. Because we did AVC. Okay, now we want to use this earmark. So the specific GL account which we use, we have to mention that one. So this is like, I think this one ending with 0. So I think minor equipment purchase, this is the one. Any GL account. So we put earmark 400. Let's see if I put 410. It should be a hard stop because 400 is the earmark. And this happened. Call center is, this is the this is the IO type. And so first of all this, then you have to double click on this button. the GL account. If GL account is different from the earmark, it will give you error. So because we put the right one, so it will not. Otherwise, double click, go to more, and here is the earmark. So see these two. So first one is the main document number, and second one is the line. If you remember, I mentioned that if we can add more than one line, if in that document number the earmark is line 2, so you have to mention it 2. So then the system know in that document which line you want to post. So in our case, it's, and we remember I copied this, that's why I copied that thing. Document number is ending with 48. So we can also check with this thing. Let's see, the latest one is also should be 48. So this is for 48. We select this thing and it automatically picks the line 001. But if it is on different line, you have to change it. So select this thing, go back. So it should give error because for the earmark I put 400, so I'm just putting more amount in that. So let's see, exceed by 2.5%. So it is exceed if you see, because it is more than this $10 2.5. So what we'll do, we just press 1. And one more thing, before posting, I want to show one of the report, and this will also come in that deck presentation. It's so before posting /o, when you put /o, it will open a new window. Okay, so this window, funded program, I type is this. Let's see. So you can see that 1000 is there and 400 is the commitment item, the earmark funds. So they set aside 400. So this is just want to show you that if we run this before creating a earmark, so it will be 1000 consumable and available is 1000. But as we just set aside for the earmarks, now the amount, that's the definition I wanted, that it's it process or works like open item or commitment item like PRPO. Earmarks works like this. So 400 is set aside, so available is 600. Okay, so now we are changing the amount 400. Also, the next line we also have to change it. Now we are in FB50. That's it. 400, 400, and post it. So it is posted, and there's a there will not be any change in that because consumer amount is already there. So 400 is there. Now I think this, we see this Fiori app, how it shows. So there's another, let's see which any report after that. So it's a creation of earmark, listing, consumed earmark, FB60. For FB60 we use FB50. Update, if you want to change the earmark, you can always go to FX. So if you want to change it in the /n, as I mentioned, that is 2 means you want to change it. So if you want to change the amount, like we previously put 400, we can increase to 600, 700, we can change it. Then monitor budget. So monitor budget is again the AVC is On our IoT 4300, you will get 85% warning over 85% and hard stop on 100. And this we can do it, although we did it, but just I will show again. And this thing budget for AVC check FMCR. Okay, so yeah, this is the same report which I showed you last time. So just going. So this is the report. So again, to see it, I mean, again, I'm repeating again, so you will be understand. So we have third IO which we made in the beginning. We can add budget in that and then see how it looks. So our new one is to add budget. We go FMBB. So I'm repeating again. So if there is some confusion, it will be clear in your mind. We go here. All this version is 0, capex budget type. So by funded program, I will just, so this is the third one which I made in the beginning. So we're just putting the by default value here again. For funds, it's always NR, functional area also NR, GM grant. If you already use, so just write G and spacebar. Commitment items 299, so it means that all GL account with this IO can work. And we are just checking AVC, like for easiness, we just use $1,000. And one mean that it is equally distributed for all the months, equally distributed. So always check this thing, no error, we post it. And the document number is 70. You will also find it at the top if you click this thing. It is there just for the reference. You can add document number, amount we added $1,000. So now we are just checking AVC control again, although we have checked. So first of all, we run this report. This report is same FMAVCR02. So the IO is 7. So consumable amount is 1,000. So now we are checking and available is 1,000. We are checking AVC control. So AVC control is on 85%. Like it will give warning if it is consumed more than 85% and hard stop on $100. So we are just checking this thing. We are going to FB50 slash N FB50. So any GL account you can use. Any bank account you can use. So amount is 850. Anything for beyond 850, it will get error. So I will put like 900. So IO type is 907. We go it here. That's it, I think. Let's press enter. So it's 900, so it should give some warning. When we post it, it will give the warning. So it's a warning. Overall budget exhausts for document 800. Detail, if you want to see, you can see that this is the detail. 100 is remaining. It is showing that 100 is remaining. So it's a hard stop. Okay. So if we post this thing, you have to enter it twice, so it will post that. Posted. Now go back to the reports. Different reports are there. So if this is a refresh button and you are on the same higher number, you can just select this thing. So consume amount is 900 and available is 100. And this thing you can also go in detail as well. It will give you detail that 1000 was the budget, 900 is consumed. Now, mm, this this example is for the warning that we receive warning. It now hard stop. So 100 is available. So we enter more than 100. So this will not allow us to do. So let's see. Going back to the example, any GL account you can select for the testing purpose. So now 100 is available. So we put 150. So it should not allow us to do enter it. So enter this. Now try to post it. It will give you overall budget exceed by 50 because we have only 100. So 50 is available. So it's so we can only do 100, but not more than this. So 50 was more than this. So it gives the so it will not allow to enter. So double click this thing. You can see the message in detail as well that 50 is more than the budget available. So change the amount, press enter on the amount. Now you can change it, make it 100 if you want to use all the budget or consume all the budget. Okay, going back, post it, it will allow you. It will again, but it will give you the warning that is control is exhausted, availability control is exhausted, that it is done. There's no more. So post it, double enter. So going back to the report, so before it is the amount is available this, now we so available amount is 0. So this is how it works. This support, this support. And there is one thing more, I think, in this report that you can change with this. Like if you want the IO type should be at the top, you can use it number 1. So report will come like this. Or 6 this. Or the commitment item if you want to put commitment item at the top, not the FM. So write this and make it 4. So commitment item means GL account will come up. So let's see how it looks like now. Let's check the layout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, commitment item has the top. I think. There's something going wrong, but it is how we can change the filters. And now going back to the deck. So alert notification, we saw that thing. Period and activities, again period and activities is there are two things we have to do. This commitment items like PR and purchase orders and purchase acquisition we want to transfer to the next year, and the residual budget. So there are two E codes for this one. For the commitment it is FMJ2. So when we say commitment carry forwards, again it's purchase acquisition and purchase open purchase order. So we use FMJ2. So this is year end activity slash NFJM2. See this message coming. FMJ does not exist. So this message is relating to the budget one. The upload we are doing something going in behind, because it's very easy to upload this button. So this message is going something going Wrong, I will restart this thing later on. So commitment item. So is FMJ2, we are just transferring it to next year. So this is year-end activity. Again, there's two activities we have to do to transfer it to next year. All the commitment items, purchase acquisition, and purchase order, and the residual budget. For the residual budget, there's a different T code, but for this one, for the commitment items, sender fiscal year, like 2026, we are sitting at 6, and if you want to restrict, means like if you run like this, if there's more data, maybe it will stuck or it will take time. So you can just make it like you can provide the funded range like 4300 range, 43,000 zeros to 43999. So only 4300 related, all the commitment items will be transferred to next year. So this is how you can just make it simple and easy to transfer. Otherwise, this will work as is. So test run. So again, the process is same. Greens mean everything is fine. Red mean that you have to look into this thing. Something is missing or something needs to be done. So this is how it will come. Simple. Untick this thing at the year end and it will transfer all the commitment items, purchase order, purchase requisition budget will be transferred to next year. For the detailed steps are there with the description. For the residual budget, this is the T code again. This is for the closing, not something that we use on daily purposes. So version, as we mentioned that we use 0 version. So we want this, the residual amount of this thing, fiscal year of 2027 we want to. And again, if you want to transfer one by one, you can just provide any details in that. That first of all, 4300 related data should be transferred, then 42 and 4100. This thing you have to check. Document type should be, because we are always entering in the FMB, so always this. Then the sender budget, like budget type is capex in our case. Sender is this, so receiver will be same. As we are doing this thing at the last month, so sender period should be 12 and receiver period should be 01, and that's it. Key figure, yeah, residual, just like this one. As it is more data, and meanwhile we can check the deck. So all option with the details at which option, YE residual, which one we have to select. They mentioned that YE residual should be select, and the details for other options are mentioned there. So this is option. Yeah, it's stuck because there's more data, so we just stop transaction. So that was the year-end activity, one of the year-end activity. Revise budget. If you want to make adjustment, return budget, same T code will go like FMBB. The first example is for we want to transfer it. Okay, FMBB. Now we want to transfer it between different IOs. So if you want to transfer it, go to same T code which we use for upload entering the budget. That is FMBB. So instead of entering, you have to select transfer again. With the words, you can easily understand return, transfer, carry over. Document type is this. Now with this, there's new options come. Sender is CapEx 2026. Fiscal budget type is same. Receiver will be same. And now in at the bottom you will see that there are some signs coming. Before it wasn't, but now minus a plus sign. So minus means that in our example, first of all, we have to check in which IO type has a budget. So we already have some report open. So 6. So let's see, do we have any budget in any of the IOs? Now it is coming with the IO type at the top. Before it was, there's error coming, now it is coming. Okay. So we have budget consumed, but in that in 907 we already consumed 100%, 1000. So but in the 906 we have 600. So we'll transfer 200 from 906 to 907. So 200 from 906. So fund 7 again default values we have to put. NR for the fund and NR for the functional program. Grant type none, GM grant none. Funded program. So minus, we are just minus, we are taking funds, budget funds from 906. Again, default value. Oh, it would be good that I will copy on the same time. So we are taking from here 200, 906 and giving to 907. So this one is minus. We are taking from, and this one is plus. Okay. So we are taking minus, we are taking from 906 and putting in 907, and we can split as well. Like we are taking 200 from 906 and we can add in 907, 908, 100, 100, and we can split it. Let's check it. No errors found. Okay, posted. Posted. Go back any of the report. We just refresh this thing. So in 906 for 600 is available and 0. So now after taking 200 it should be 400, 200 here. Let's see. Yes, 400 is there, 200 is there. So now this now it is working. Before there was problem. Let's see. Let's see whether it will allow us. Now I just want commitment item at the top. No, still I don't. I think whenever we come back, then it works. Otherwise, so this T account is 02. Let's see. Yes, last time. Let's see whether this layout. So we want commitment item 1. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. No, again, there is some error. I don't know why it is coming like this. So mostly it will come like with the commitment. If you change the layout, it will change accordingly. Okay, no worries. Okay, so transfer of the funds, we learn return budget, same thing. Return budget using FMBB. If you return, you just return it. What we did, simply it will do the opposite work. Yes. Okay. So instead of transfer, we check it return. So it will do the opposite thing. Yeah, it will take from one IO type with the and transfer to the new one. Track budget transfer. So it is for the cost center as we did not using cost center budget for funds management. So it is not applicable, but it's a report, simple report. If we enter in future, we can run this report to see it. So it's simply like this. Availability control, below limit. This we already discussed. We did 2 or 3 example, maybe more that we have again just mentioning that we have AVC control on only on 4300 IO types means that that's the tolerance level that 85 you will get warning when amount is more than 85% and there's a hard stop of 100%. So this is called tolerance level or AVC control. Below limit, it will allow you to enter warning that in our case it's in our case I will change it. It's 85% and 100% means that it will be a hard stop. You cannot enter it more. So it is only for the IOTA 4300. For others, there will be no restriction for call centers for 4100, for 4200 IOTAs. So there will be no restriction or there will be no stop. Derivation rules, as I mentioned that before that in FB50 when we enter it, like entries coming by default. So this is because of that we can do it again just to so you can see that the cost objects of FM module is funds, grant is integrated, so somehow it is also a part of this thing. Commitment item, fund center, and functional area and funded program. So this will automatically populated when I press enter button. So funded program, the IO number is funded program, functional area, commitment item, fund center. So these values automatically coming down. So this is what is mentioning that it is due to derivation rules which MMC had configured. So we don't have to worry about this thing, but it is just for the information that it is based on rules and that system is automatically picking the stuff. So again, this stuff going on. So these standard report and zero report. So these are a couple of reports in FM modules. It covers so many areas, so it will help you like what you are using in ECC for the controlling. So you will find your reports in any of them. So just run this thing one by one. You can also check this thing. And some of them we already use this thing, but for the sake of information, we just run. Let's see what is inside. Its first one is FMB, sorry. This is the T code. This. So on this column, either it could be a T code or Fiori. Yeah. So this thing here, FMB's budget overview. So with the name, you can understand its overview when it is not in detail, but it will give you the idea. So you can filter with anything, like we did this thing and 07. Today we made these things, and budget release, yeah, B1, always B1. Fiscal year, because we entered in 7. Also in 26 we don't have FM module. So that's it. As for grant. So as it's an overview. So this is again for these two IO types. These are the amount, return, supplement, send, receive if you did. So this will cover in this thing. So if you double click, it will take you further, some further detail, line level things. Okay, so next one is, so with the name you can find that which report you are looking for. Budget line West commitment slash actual. Same thing, we run both. You will find very little difference, but it's lines coming, it's total West commitment actual. So these are the things that you have to check it out, which report gives you the information you are looking for, although you will find very little difference in the reports. Go here. Budget amount or invoice available. So document number. This is with the document number with the lines, as the name says that lines. So if there are more lines, you will find more lines in that. Going back to the report, second report. So actual total. So before it is lines, now it is total. So looks like that would be the case. Yeah, so there is no line in that. So same report, but without lines. Display from document. Okay. So all the documents, document GS, which we entered in the FM, it will show. So for this, you need a document number. When we, if you remember, we and when we enter it, there's a document number coming. So you have to put that document number. And let's see, I think. So again, there's a family number. So when you are at more than one line, you have a family number. So either use this number or single document number. You can find it here as well. Just enter it. Latest one go down. So that's the latest one. Execute. So that is it. You will get the entry details, document type. So it's relating to all the documents anyone has entered in FM module. So when you need a document number with this, and you can check any entry which is entered in FM module. FMEDD. Let's see what it does. Oh, this one is the main. This one is the most important. You can say that it's most important. You can write it that. Because it gives you so much filters and so many details, you can always use that. Like we use it during the presentation, but again, so it has so many things, like you can filter with the document number, family number, created, who created, you can search with your name or with the any other username created on. Document date, person responsible. With the fiscal year, you can write to 2027. Version is 0, if you remember, we are using. With budget types, like we can use capex to check all the budgets related, but when you are using this thing, capex, always use the year as well, because then such will be narrow, otherwise it will stuck like 2027. You can check it out. So all data relating to capital budget during 2027, you will see. So it has document, process, budget, fund center, commitment item, all the default values and the numbers. It will show you that which IO types you have used. Everything is coming there. And especially when you enter, you want to see the budget for any specific IO, always come here, just enter the IO number, you will see. Overall values for the control objects. Let's see what is in that overall value for the control objects. Is overall value of the control objects. Oh, that's the one which we used. Okay, we already used this thing. The main thing, the good thing about this thing, that it shows the consume amount. So this report shows the consume amount. The previous report, that one, it shows the budgeted amount, how much budget you have entered. So this one shows the budget as well as consume amount and available. So this is also a very important report for the actuals. Okay, so next consumption report. This I believe also we use this thing. This report we already use. Yes. Consumable budget, it looks like the ECC reports you are using currently. It has same kind of thing. Consumable budget, consume budget, available amount, and current budget. So it looks like the currently what we are using. So it has this detail, it has GL account with the funded program. If we have more, see if we put more funded program, what will happen? Yes. Yeah. So you can see that you have the number of IOs with the details on that same. Like if you go to this one, you will see that this data. So I believe this is something what we are using currently in ECC as well. You can see the consume budget, available, current budget. Okay, it's also budget usage. Okay. FM budget report. So let's see how it is different from the first one. Slash n to go back. The main page, then there. Yeah, almost same thing. Yeah, same thing. Nothing different. No, it has this return supplement. Okay. It has more field in that. A return supplement in the previous one, you don't have this thing, but it has this as well. And original but current budget, and yes, it does not have the consumable or consume one. So it has the only relating to the budget. Budgets, return, supplement, addition, deletion is there. Mhm. So budget version. So in our case, it's only zero budget, but in future, if you want to first make a plan, then make a budget, then there will be a there will be a more version like from 0 to 1, then you can have it. And then you can use this report. But now in our case, like if we use compare 0 1 to compare with version 1 or 2, so you will see there's another column coming. So it is like if you make a preliminary budget in version 1, then in the end you change it, the final version, then it will be helpful for you to just make a comparison. So what's the comparison? And as I mentioned, there are 12 versions available for the planning, so you can add as many as you want. So then commitment and actual. And so these are now Fiori app starting. Let's see Fiori app. Commitment and actual analysis. So just paste it here and wait for the, if there is no Fiori app coming, just delete some of the, then select this thing. So static means mandatory, you have to mention it. So FMAD is 1800 always fiscal year like what? So these are the mandatory one. Funded program is again funded program means in when you are running any FM module report, you will not see anything written as internal order. It is always funded program. So you have to just remember and use two of these things. So let's see. So commitment items are NR as we are using for by default. There's no commitment items means no GL. So that's why it is NR fiscal year 1000 for that one. So it will give you more information about this thing relating to commitment items analysis. If you have any GL account, it will show like this. Budget analysis for Fiori app. Although we saw so many reports for the budget in GUI app, so it is now in Fiori app. So the benefit of Fiori app is that you have different filters. You can change it, like even this one. If you want to add any field, you can just click on this static sign and anything you can add if it is not coming currently. Like you want to add per period and you want it at the top, you can select this thing. So it will change automatically. Period will be there. If they are different period, it will show. So you can change it. You can add or delete any columns, amount type, business area. If you have different business area, it will come at the end unless you just put it like if you just press it OK, it will come at the end. But if you click this thing, it will go at the top and you will find it in the beginning of the report. And simply you can just download the report and make your analysis. You can download in Excel, in PDF as well. So we are checking this one report. FMED is 1800 category. Let's see what is inside. It's also same NF 9F fiscal year 2027. That's it. So one thing is that every time you have to enter this thing, or you can save it. Save as, you can write any nine, anything like this, set as default. Whenever you open this Fiori app, it will, these things you don't have to enter it. And if you click public, means your colleagues can also use this thing, this filter. So this is a, as a whole, fiscal year 22, it's budget analysis. So again, you have to download and work on this thing and add any filter if you want to add in this report, like commitment items. And if there is something we can. So commitment items, we added commitment items, so GL accounts will come here. And you can also drag and drop it here according to your need and just download the file. So this is same procedure to change, add filter in all the Fiori apps. That's why I'm just not going in depth because we discussed so many times this thing, and also the preliminary course for the Fiori app, I believe you are already done. So next one is budget entry document. 360 again. This one is the budget as a whole, not document. Means that you have a document entry number. You have a detail with the document entry number. This we already saw this thing before. So if you click this button, it will take you further in depth. You will see all the details. So you will find different tabs here as well. Click this family document. And again, if you want to add any fields in there, click this thing, select any process name, version name. If you want at the top, just click this thing and it will come in the beginning. Going back to the last earmark, this we already discussed, but we'll see again. So anything related to earmark, it will come, all the details will come here. There's no mandatory fields, just click this thing. Today is 30th, so this one we did. It will show the details, like 400 was there, and these are the objects which cover in that commitment item. Is this is a GL account. So in case you made the earmark funds and you forgot about the which GL account and IO type is there, the combination, you can always come here, just make a blank filter and select go, and you will find it. And also, I think if you don't remember the date and something with the user, if there is something like entered, yeah. So you can select with this and select your name. You will find this thing, and then you have a clear idea which GL account is used in earmarks. So that will help you while entering the entry. Okay, so now it is done. So only one thing is remaining, and we'll try it again. Why the upload budget is not happening? So we log out. Do you want to access the report? Let's see why it is not happening. So to upload the budget mass upload, we use this T code. Although again, I said that this will use on 14th of May and this MMC will do this thing. For us, always a manual one, FMBB, we only add 1 or 2 IOs, but this option is also available. So somehow it is not working. Let's see, there's something going on with this T code. So this one I made it. Type should be comma separated. It is there. We select this one. Download error 5 and execute. There's something going on because there's some access issue. Because always it asks allow to pick the data so that it just so this is the error report generated. Let's see what is inside the report. Maybe something is missing. 1800 is there, enter is 0, FMB document date. Oh, it's should not be, but date may be different. Let's see. That could be the reason because this is the posting date. So I just put the previous year. So that could be the reason. Your type is 906. We are putting $1,000 in budget one. Maybe that could be the reason. So just uploading it again. Save it. Something it restrict to pick the data. I don't know what was that. There is something restricting, but this is how it works. But I will figure out and later on we'll discuss in some other training course. I will show this thing. So thank you so much for attending the training for FM modules. And if you have any question, please let me know. Otherwise, I will just wrap up the meeting, today's meeting.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, thank you. So
Thanks.
again, last, please fill this survey, which is mentioned in
Thank
the
you.
invitation. So thanks for attending and see you on the next meeting. Thank you.